satisfaction among postgraduate students. Then the next achievement satisfaction. Then the other one is what is the combined effect of the two variables on the academic achievement satisfaction, right? These are the three research questions. Then if you move down, we also have three hypotheses. First one, this is supposed to be there is no, please, because it's no significant relation between the first one should be attitude and academic achievement motivation. Is there no attitude? Yes, there's attitude there. Then the second one is how we predict the academic achievement satisfaction from motivation. Then the last one is how we combine the two variables, attitude and motivation, to predict academic achievement motivation and satisfaction. Are you there? Good. Beautiful. Okay. Now, look at the topic again. You can see the reason why we have those three objectives, three hypotheses, three research questions. Look at the topic again. The topic involved attitude, motivation, and academic achievement. Okay. Now, let's go to the data. You have analyze the research questions. Analyze data that will be used to answer the research questions. Then analyze data that will be used to the hypothesis accordingly. But whenever you see any data like this, first thing you should do is to check if these data are correctly entered. That's the first thing you do. We call it data cleaning. We call it what? Data cleaning. You have to verify, because here we have gender. From what you learned from the last session we just did, you know that the gender, we use nominal scale, nominal entry. That's male and what? Female. So we use one, either one or two, because the nominal scale is just for identification. So we either use one, or it can be 3 and 4. It can be 5 and 6, because they are meant for what? Identification. Okay. So you know that this gender category, for instance, is not more than 2. That's what I mean. I mean the categories, they are not more than 2. So if you see 3 now, maybe let me enter 3 or 4. If I enter 5 here, for instance, you see it's an anomaly. Because if you click on variable view, check gender, you see that gender is only male and female, 1 and 2. Can you see it now? Okay, so if there is 5 in the entry, here, where is 5? I enter 5 here. Can you see the 5? By the time I check, I want to show you how I check. Now, let's go to age 2. Now, if you open age on value, you see we have 28, 20, right? Now, see what is very important. You don't just enter data and you start analyzing. You must verify. You must clean the data before you start analyzing. If you don't do this data cleaning and you go into analysis, there is the tendency that the result you will get will be too spurious. That is wrong results. So you should be very, very careful. Ensure that you clean your data before you start the what? Analysis. Is that understood? Okay. Now, let me show you what we do here. So for marriage, let me insert an anomaly. in the age. For age variable, we have categories here because they are all the nominal entry 1, 3, 4. Okay, 4. Let me insert an anomaly 7. Because when you are typing 1, 2, 3, 4, you can type 5 or 6. Mistakenly, is it not? I've inserted an anomaly here. Then for marriage, let me check. How many entries, how many categories are there? 4 categories. Let me insert another anomaly there. Choose one anomaly that I can put. 5, okay. Let me put 5 there. Okay, so let me now show you how to check before you start analysis. Then you will not go to analyze, go to descriptive statistics, go to frequency. Then you move the files. You move the files. Age, you go here. But what I do is I'll click on the first variable, click on shift, then click on the last one and move all them. But if you like, I move them one after the other to the right. Do you understand my point? What I mean is, you click on age, then hold shift, then click on marriage, then move it. You click on that arrow there showing move to the right. Have you seen it? Okay. Then I click OK. Now that I've clicked OK, for age, hello, please pay attention. Please pay attention. Now, for age, can you see under the category of 28 years and below, we have 4 persons, right? 29 to 38, how many? How many? Okay. Then 49 and above, how many? 49 and above, how many? 4. Okay. What is 7 doing there? Because 7 is not in the category. So now 7 becomes an anomaly. So which means you will now start looking for the 7 in the data entry, in the column, so as to check the questionnaire from where you lifted the information to make the word correction. Do you understand my point? Okay. Then can you also see another anomaly here? 5. Can't you see male 16, female 13? Then 5, 1. What is 5 doing there? We're only supposed to have male and what? Female. Then check marriage. What is this 5 doing here? Can you see also that we have 5 there and 5 is not supposed to be there? But there's something I observe. For this marriage, how many categories do we even have? We have 4 categories, but it's like one of the categories, like divorce also, is not there. Yeah. So, I mean, in the data we entered. Yeah. Okay. Have you understood the process involved in the data cleaning? Because if you don't pay attention to this step now, as you have just entered your data and you start analyzing, you have finished everything. There were at the school, or the donor may ask you to attach the SPSS output. Even the university can ask you to attach the SPSS what? Output. Or the software you use, the output. If you finish the analysis and you put the output, from the output, experts will know if there were errors in your entry. Do you understand what I'm saying? If there are errors, they will discover. And if they discover, they will ask you to repeat the entire process. Yes, because the result you will get will be wrong. You see the reason why data cleaning is very important. you must verify that all the entries you have made are what? Accurate. And if you don't do that, don't jump into analysis. I know why I am pressing on this issue. And I've shown you how to verify if the entries you have made, they are what? Correct. Let me also show you for now. Even in these items, of course, the maximum score for each item for a 4-point Likert scale, the maximum score is not 4 for a 4-point scale. Then the minimum score is what? If there is 0, there is an anomaly. If there is 5, it's an anomaly. If there is 6, it's an anomaly. So you have to also verify that using the same method. You can just go again and say, analyze frequency. Just use frequency. This time around, I will click on reset. Then take only item 1 for just verification, for example, to show you example. Now, and I'll say, okay. Then we have the result. Now you can see, we only have strongly agree and agree. For this one, for the entry, for item 1, right? Okay. Now, for item 1, there are no anomalies. Okay, but let me insert one anomaly so that let me insert one. Say 6. I just maybe when you are trying to key in the data, you put 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, mistakenly 6. So let's check again. Mistakenly you enter 6. So let's check again. Can you see 6 there now? I mean, yeah, can't you see 6? So what is 6 doing there? It's an anomaly. So you have to go back to the data to ensure that such data is not there. Do you understand? Okay, that is perfect. Then you have to correct it. Okay, so I'm not saving that. Then I have to go back, undo everything so that we can move. Okay. Now, there's another skill you must have. Items, if you go to the questionnaire, you discover that items 1 to 5 were used to measure attitude, is it not? Item 1 to what? Items 1 to 5 were used to measure attitude. Now, what will we use to test the hypothesis? Or even some part of what we use to answer the research question will be the item statements and or the composite score from the 5 items that we got, the scores we got from the 5 items used to measure what? Attitude. Do you understand? Okay, now let's go. See what I'm saying. Now, this part is also very important. Can't you see from item 1 to item 5, this whole of this? This is the first person, the first respondent. He ticked 3, 3, 3. He or she ticked 3, 3, 3. For a 4-point scale, what is 3? If we have strongly agree, 4. Agree, 3. No, listen to me. It's agree. It's agree. He agrees to all the items. What I mean is, for a 4-point Likert scale, and if the item is positively skewed, then we have strongly agree 4, agree 3, disagree 2, strongly disagree. All right, let's move. Now, what will you do to get what we call the attitude score? What you do to get the attitude score for each of them is to take the mean of the 5 items. And how do you take the mean? How would you be able to take the mean? What you do, simply I will teach you the easiest and simplest method. You just copy all the scores from item 1 to what? 5. See, you cannot do without Excel if you are doing SPSS. If you are working with SPSS, you can't do without Excel because both of them work together. So you will now, I have copied it already. Then I'm going to Excel platform. Very simple thing. Just understand first. Then you do it later. Now, I'm trying to drop it on the Excel platform. So Control V is here now. All the items. Have you seen it? Then put the cursor here. Okay. 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 No problem. Okay. Okay. So did you see where I kept the cursor? Yeah. I seen it. I would that you pay attention. Why am I saying this? If you pay attention, understand these processes that are involved. See, beloved scholars, let me be sincere to you. Until you understand data types of variables, variable interactions, research itself, that's research methodology, then data analysis, your confidence in research will not improve. But if you understand data, the data types, the variables, variable interactions, research methodology, and digital statistics, then your confidence in research will do what? Improve. Because if you don't work on this part, which is statistical computing or data analytics, if you don't work on this part, content is vertically integrated, just like the mathematics curriculum that is vertically integrated from one level to the other. You see, you have learned coding and data labeling, data entry. Now we are going to the data analysis. Then after the analysis, we'll go to interpretation of the results. Then once you are able to interpret the results, good. Your confidence in research will begin to improve. Like I mentioned, the day we had meeting with postgraduate students, I said that even if you get scholarship to do a PhD overseas or to do sabbatical overseas, to get the mean of the item 1 to what? 5, so that we get composite score for all the attitude items. Do you understand? If you understand this thing, I will be happy. And in fact, you will see me here dancing. Okay, so now click on this FX. Yes, can you see FX? Click on FX. What did you see? Yes. And what you do now is the average. Now you click on the OK. Then it's asking you, look, I am computing the average of from these three here, which is B3. Sorry, B2, from here to this place. That is what it's saying. I'm computing that. Please, for your information, before I do that, let me tell you something. When you pasted this data here, when you pasted here, make sure that there is nothing here. There's no other thing in this place. I mean, there is space in this one. If you put 2 here, or whatever that is in that place, by the time you put equal to here and say effort, it will compute the mean to that one that you don't want. Have you understood my point? Make sure that there is space so that when it's computing the mean, it will stop at the end of it. Do you understand? Okay, so now we remove this and we say fx average. Okay, the mean is 3. The mean of the first 5 items for the first person is 3. Then you just drag this thing, drag it down, drag it down. The mean of all of them have been computed. So now you can find out by saying format. You just click on format, 2 decimal places, two decimal places. Then you move it. You can copy it back to SPSS. You can copy it. You are lost. Okay, don't worry. Why I'm here is to repeat again. I will repeat it again. Hello? Okay, from the beginning, right? From what? From the topic. Okay, pay attention now. Mm. Also, no, this one.
The program why the program is properly adopted. Today is the last day of the workshop. And to show that the university authority knows what is happening. And at the same time, they appreciate what we are doing. Recall that in the first day, the public day, we had the presence of the faculty of. So that first day, I had the presence of the Dean of Postgraduate School, Professor Abba. And the same day, Professor Godwin Okon, who is also the Director, Research and Development of Riverside University, he was here. If you recall the comment he made, said he was speechless and dumbfounded because of, and also surprised and pray the university can get it in the different faculties of this university. And to show that the chief host of this occasion, the Vice Chancellor, and also Professor Leruson Dokobule, to show that it's aware of what is happening and also appreciates what is happening. Unavoidably, I was with him in his house now, few minutes ago. So he's not present here physically, but he's present with us spiritually and otherwise. So he has sent an erudite professor, a director of academic planning, the man that mentors us everything our CC must. Without him, the university can go forward. I hereby introduce the arrival of the able representative of BC, Professor Tony Ede. So, imagine the man who is the director of academic planning representing the professor. What we need to do is academics. So, it will not be without the presence of such. He is our mentor in everything academics. He's the one that will relate to the UC. Let's go and talk about form. No wonder the Vice Chancellor is so wisdom. Choose a man that is capable to represent the anything that concerns academic work. So, Professor DA, you are highly welcome, sir. Hola. Hola.
Okay. The team we call him outside here. We call him 82. Recently, he was. I said, unfortunately, he coming now. Uh, there is no this university ignore him because of the virus erudite. I didn't have other talent. Yeah, certified the public orator and many more. I think we will continue to discover a lot of things. Yeah, yeah, it's a qualified peers. That quantity surveyor. We will continue to learn more things about him as we interact with him. I also want to recognize, I can see in the audience, heads of departments of this faculty, professors. I was expecting the first and second row of this room because the room is jammed, it is filled to the brim. But the first and second row should have been occupied by HODs, professors, and readers. It is very important. Do you know why? We want them when they supervise you with knowledge. I have sat before I was ushered in to sit here. I was around. So please, you click. What do you see? I see averages. I see that. I see that. Okay. Click so thing. Step by step on how to achieve your goal in data analysis. For data analysis, which is our own case for today. That is what a workshop is supposed to be. Create knowledge of the subject that you were introduced to. You should be able to not do it on your own. In a seminar or conference, somebody will come read this paper. They will even tell him, please do it in 5 or 10 minutes because there are 20 others who want to do the same thing. So the person will just browse through very fast in 10 minutes or so. If he doesn't finish, the timekeeper will prompt him and say, my dear, you're overstaying. But in workshop, it is different. It is hands-on. Somebody comes, stands before you, tells you the ABC and how you can achieve those ABC on your own. And that is what I saw today. So please clap for all the resources. I even hear that I missed a lot of what was going on that right from the first day. There have been wonderful speakers. Some of them have been introduced to me privately that they did a wonderful job. You are very lucky. It doesn't happen often. And this is nearly for free. Isn't it? It's nearly for free. I know you only pay the token that can't even cover your lunch. It shouldn't be so. In my faculty, I am paying 40,000 naira. In this university, that is me, a professor. And it is not only me, everybody is paying, even if you are an academic person who is just maybe an assistant lecturer, it is 40,000 naira in Faculty of Environmental Sciences. Ours will come up next week. So if we, the lecturers, are paying 40, you can imagine what others will pay. In other words, you have come here to take something, like I said before, that is nearly free. This workshop is very important to this university and my office as Director of Academic Planning.
the dean has already told you the vice chancellor would have seriously loved to be here himself. In fact, he called me up minutes ago to come and stand in for him. Today is a very busy day for the vice chancellor. As we know, especially the academic members of this workshop, today is our inaugural lecture day, last Wednesday of the month. And the inaugural lecture will start, the Plato, Socrates, Aristotle of this world. So a king will invite them to come and train their children. You remember Socrates trained Plato. Plato was a noble. Those in educational philosophy will know. So after teaching, thank you. After teaching, as the man is leaving, because knowledge was such a rare thing. It is not, look, I tell young people, especially students, that if you leave court alone, there is nothing you gain from it. Do you know why? If during convocation you see people with 20, 30, 40 years professorship, emeritus, regular, PhD, or even those who just want to get a master's, processing, that is where all the knowledge are. That place and the library is where all the real knowledge are, not in some secret society. So as the teacher is leaving the novel, the castle or the compound, they will drop things in. The hood is a bag. Yeah. They will drop things. When he goes up, he turns things upside down, and that's all they beat. So that is the origin of the. We are not here to be rich or make money. We are here for knowledge. And workshops are the best way of bringing people together for the purposes of knowledge. Artificial intelligence is the theme of your workshop. It will surprise you to know that I don't know whether one of the former presenters showed you that bit. Yes, research writing and data analytics in the AI era. The National Universities Commission and the Nigerian Open University trained me and a few other people in this university. We were 8 in number. Out of that 8, 3 came from this faculty. Clap for them. They trained us on do research and do community service. It lasted 4 months between January and April. So I'm a certified AI practitioner. Guts can make you feel this. I am not joking. It was so much. It was so heavy that if you put them together, you will feel dizzy. That is the real knowledge. They taught us how to write lesson notes, how to do lecture planning, how to plan your lecture, how to teach with artificial intelligence, how to raise questions, not raising research questions, but how to set questions, whether objective, subjective, essay. AI can do all that. In fact, when I finished that course, I threw away all my old notes. In the morning that I have a 12 o'clock lecture, I spend a few minutes on my laptop and I generate everything. Or I am interested in knowing. Give me only knowledge that is for the past 3 years. Or we are doing literature search. One of the problems we have with literature search is that many of us take it for granted because it is a review of what people have done. But the truth is that 3/4 of my students get it wrong. You tell it, and sometimes they turn it something, the US reference is 10 years old. So you can also tell AI to give you only literature on the subject that are X number of years. 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years only. And it will give you everything with references. You know, just sit down and adapt. I am sure the person who did it.
She did it. She did it.
I'm sure the person also wanted that he cannot copy the result. There is also another AI that will capture. I'm very happy for that. Which other audience will I have got to this university and the responsibility for that? It is because we go through this training, people using this. So that is the beauty of 2024 and the life we are living. You can use AI. In fact, any person who was in my program can use AI to know students who are fascinated with it. All you need to do is to get the picture of all the students, train it to recognize them. If somebody whose face is not there comes to the student, that person is not okay. Yeah, very easy. I did assignments. It is hands-on. I'm not saying what I was taught. I'm saying what I did. And by the way, in that workshop, I didn't get the distinction. I got the distinction. So I went to that time I have an assignment or a group to pack, but even and that is this had a rich if your faculty had one, the faculty also had somebody who got distinction. Then they had two other persons who also did it to the end. Doing it to the end wasn't it. We started with about 2,000 applicants. They trimmed it to 1,005. Then later they trimmed it to 900. So if somebody did it at that long end, like the people I just said from the faculty, we need to comment. I said before that 3 people from here did it from what I just know. And I can see one of them here. So that is how AI is. I tell you, I will not set my questions anymore. AI does it better. AI will not because when it comes to assessors, they'll say that was in my department. Oh, you are asking final year students or year students to list to the student. That is the one question. No, Friday I will be shocked. Give it a one-page note and say, send 4 questions from me. If you want to ask it will set complete rich questions for you. It can also mark, but that is if your student also responded to it electronically. So you see how important this is. And we are now before when you can teach from it, we are teaching work. You can do a lecture, upload it in the cloud, and you will appear there talking. Your students will just open it at their own comfort and listen to it. Move on. That is the way it taught us. They prepared us and said simple. So, if I actually can about let's pick out that are relevant. You know, on this note, I want to appreciate our team. I am not surprised that it is able to organize a workshop as complex, as rewarding, as relevant as the one we have. You are not too forced to invite people to come and teach or coach you on some of the subjects that your speakers have taught. I attended one in 100% about 5 weeks ago, but it was not as hard. Did they show this? Yeah, I can see it. So the library, I can see the ETL, business education, will be one of the places where I can see all of this. Yeah. I want to also thank the professors. I can see one professor.
Oh, my God.
Probably. No. The seniority in academics. I believe there's seniority in academics. You cannot see a professor coming to talk yourself inside and the middle of this work. Then you will say the degree of the professor, even if the life you consider as bad, you will give you next time I will talk about the professors and top notch people. It's just a they should know we are when we come and look at that. It is very so that so so, so that is the value of associate formal days. You know, you cannot be formal days there or even the correct without working with him. It is nearly impossible. Something will bring us together and we have wonderful relationships. I know how hard working they all are. Including Yajin, when I interacted with him in the he was just 82. So I also thank all other lecturers who are here. I also want to thank the students in their midst. The knowledge you have gained today will serve you for a very long time to come. You know, in 10, 15 years, you will encounter something and you will remember you were here. That is how this works. More importantly, let me thank the resource persons. You have done so well. Remember my story of the group, upon all the energy they have put in their own care, we will run when they go to the work. I did one for Amon University about 3 months ago. They promised to send my computer back. And I left. I called him and said, medical support. He said, if you say you want to I said, you can do it. He said, that problem that he said, what is that? I told him, I can tell him, he said that. And if I tell him,